All right, we're back with Harrowings of the Passing Show, taking in a little bit of who, what, when, and where. So, windy, gray day, Washington, D.C. Stepping up and around. Oncoming traffic. We've got market day, so not carrying a bag today, so I'm not going to buy anything, but I am going to take in the passing show. Little who, what, when, and where. Washington, D.C. Documenting what's happening. Fit a little post. There we go. And doing a little review of the past day or so because it's been kind of full. And there is more fullness happening. We're talking about how things emerge up and out of the pleroma. Fullness, quite literally. Greek is what pleroma means. And I've been thinking about that a lot in the terms of the 0-point field, the quantum vacuum, how everything is emergent and, things rise and fall. It's agricultural. And that is the nature of harrowings. To churn up the surface, the field of imagination, just like a farmer churns up the fields with a harrow to get it ready for planting. And then there's the idea and Christian theology of the harrowings of hell. Bringing those worthy dead up out of their purgatory and into presence of God. I don't know, man. Just how things seem to me. I was listening to a great deal of religious fervor being demonstrated on the National Mall yesterday. Didn't have the phone charged, so I wasn't able to share it with you guys. It was pretty impressive number of people gathered together there, praising Jesus and waving Israeli flags. So it was a kind of an interesting mix. I ran into one perplexed lady on the steps of the Freer Gallery as I was coming in. She was going out. It's like, what is going on? I was like, well, this is the nature of things. Yeah. Folks getting their aids there. The National Holistic Healing Center. Churchanda. Good business. So weed dispensary. National Holistic Healing Center is across the way. They're having such a nice time. I'm going to dive into the market here and take in the abundance that is available at Orders. Doing good business in the bakery department. These folks sort of blocking the passage through. Want to swap a line off to the side. Reverend, take a little anchors. Pumpkin, scored. Root vegetables, spaghetti squash.
If you bring the bottle back, read out
Kombucha.
or you
Looks one secret.
Mushrooms.
I just little like the left time by
Oyster, eating trumpet.
it was feeling great. Okay, yeah.
Wow, what a crowd.
Yeah, why don't? Also, I gotta figure out your play.
There we go.
No, we don't.
So the point, if there is one, is just the documentation, who, what, when, and where. Primary documentation for
Yes. Yeah.
historians of the future potentially, how life was at this moment. And always with the idea that this is where everybody was and what they were doing right before whatever happened next happened. And I don't know what's going to happen next. What I'm generally seeing is that most folks are in their space, in their heads, and behind their noses. That's a thought that goes with me quite a bit. It's just how everyone's got this rich interior life. I would believe, at least I have one. And I think that they may or may not be conscious and aware and using it so much. Being aware of our environment, being conscious of how we're moving in space, shuffling along through the market. I make a quick spin. The main reason is just to see humanity again. Every weekend, come out, get into the middle of it. Lots of folks waiting for things there. It's actually really busy. I come out usually a little earlier. It's not quite so thick with people. Look at this. Just look at what DNA could do. That's one of my ideas too, is that all of this is manifestation of the DNA molecule. And in myriad forms takes. Oh, this cabbage just look good. Love cabbage. Just raw cabbage. You know? Probably ought to eat a lot more of it. Like, give me a cabbage and dive on. You know, then I get like, okay, I've eaten cabbage now. I don't really want to eat cabbage anymore for like a month. Rulico in the flow. There's a Danish pronunciation.
It goes all the way around. Yep.
Red cabbage with cream. Toppings. Sour cream. I don't know. That one's right. Flowers. Mollies. What else we got? Okra. Peppers, potatoes, beans. Oh, I love these. Purple beans. Love the varieties. Oh. Talking breads, European style baked goods, meats, sandwiches, and more. Okay, we're going to go through here, thread the needle. Everyone is beautiful. And then, that's my mantras too, that everyone here is kind of beautiful, kind of interesting, kind of different. I thought we scratched the surface in Harrowing's podcast with a range of individuals. A lot of them are on the sound side. Amazing match. One's a mess up. Those look good. That looks amazing. And on it goes. Yeah, folks, get their empanadas.
They got empanada.
DMVempanada.com. Turn.
This is where. I'm good.
I wish I knew too. I don't know. I just know how things seem to me, and it seems to me that there is just rampant abundance. Shut me up. Got nothing. Sorry. Yeah. I'm sure you're going to be doing all right. There's a lot of people here. Many of them will give.
We all need to be heated and having. It's
On moving. Baked goods. I'm eating a little bit today. Had some coffee. Gonna go back to the house, get Lynn out and about. Gonna drive over to the area around Andrews Air Force Base. What's that? Ritchie Marlborough Station. I believe that's what it's called. Get a little lunch at Chipotle and then do a little shopping at VJ's, Aldi's, and I don't know what all. Get some gas in the car, top it off. Cheap gas at VJ's Food Warehouse gas station. Good dog. Oh, you know what? I overshot. Back up. Get across. I missed a turn. I started going back down the same way I went. That is not what I intended to do. What I intended to do is come along here. Work his wheelchair. That's not easy. Hard work.
So they were in the to this weekend and they were selling all so everyone the plot line just 3 quarts time fair. All right, I don't think it's on now. And I just didn't study like what it actually long.
Killing me softly.
So like for them to afford to go to hotels.
Never know, you might see as we make our way
She's just like a really different
between here and there.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Go say down there and it's
Just nothing seemed to me. Oh yeah, well, the origin. Good to see you, Persephone. Good to see you too. Lost Vibes, Ishmael Hodges, Gerald S.D. So, guys, if you want to be on Herring's podcast, hit me up in a DM. We can do it. Those tend to be broadcast live from the bunker and Substack Live, and then we just hit the post when ready button, and it goes out on YouTube. It goes out on Spotify. It goes multiple directions, and you never know. I want to see what happens. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and I think that's really where we're going to be focused in the near future. Yeah, it looks like I can get through this area a little easier. We're going to dive into the market and shuffle along with folks moving.
Now you're better back at home. It's good to go for the blood council. The good baker.
Just check that out. I think I'm going to go up this way. Feels like a path of lesser resistance. Look at some of these beautiful vegetables. Napa cabbage. Beautiful peppers. Yellow Italian vine peppers.
So many vegetables popping, don't even.
Oops, pardon. And onward. After Snow's joined, good to see you, Michelle, Manansala, Diane, all y'all. Welcome. Good to have you on the Passing Show. And you never know what you might see, or you might see in the Passing Show. Everyone's got an interesting story to tell. And I'm just getting a little bit of documentation of their existence here and now. Weaving our way. Nature Conservancy working? All right. I'm voting. With every cent I spend, I vote for the kind of world we are co-creating. Got some serious traffic coming through. They actually have a stop sign, I think. No, maybe not. They got a red light. A green light. There's the different vehicles people are driving. That's always interesting. I'm driving a 2005 Toyota Camry LE. which I like doing. It's not very expensive to maintain. And yeah, generally happy with it. Been around a while, 20 years. Ooh. Let's see. Don't have lights. Check out the beautiful colors on the fabrics here.
Language fear. Well, I think you're a little bit.
Conquest of abundance. That's on my mind. I think actually there's going to be a Dodge around. I haven't actually checked my messages today. I've been corresponding on WhatsApp with my coach Charlotte in London. It's a joy and a pleasure to move the needle a little for Charlotte, and she's moving the needle for me in some aspects, giving me some good direction. By the way, you can be on my board of directors just by being a paid subscriber, and I might listen to you because, after all, that's the way it goes. Share together what we're doing, where we're going. A lot of different characters about. Onward. Ever onward. They put up a good post called "The Point Is." Dot, dot, dot. A lot of people ask about what is the point? What is the point? Actually, I think my post is called "What is the Point?" And then I tried to answer the question. And I'm not sure I did a great job, but off the cuff. That's the way I do things. I don't tend to edit much. Look at this. Old cameras. Do you buy old cameras by any chance?
No.
You're not buying any? You just people are giving them to you?
It's a better price, but
Where do you get them?
auctions,
Okay.
I try to get a lot of 50, 100 cameras. Yeah.
All right.
The cameras work.
What's that?
The cameras work, but maybe can come, but the cameras doesn't work. And test it, and change the battery and sell it. Yes, I'm trying I try to bring the best, the best condition, the best, know what I mean?
Yep.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've got some
All of them.
ancient cameras. Maybe I'll just
Yes.
put them on eBay. Maybe you'll find them. Actually, that's an idea. I probably should invest some time in developing an eBay store or something to sell off some of the accretion that I have managed to shore against my ruins.
Says 3 minutes.
That's a famous poem by T.S. Eliot. These fragments I shored against my ruins. And I don't know, that's just how things seem to me. Trying to make a mark. And I was thinking about Wings of Desire a bit today, so I put in a clip of Peter Falk by the Imbus getting himself some coffee, having a smoke, talking to nobody in particular from the perspective of the guy at the Imbus. That he could feel the presence of Damiel, the angel, who was hanging around ever since he got to Berlin. I should I talk to you, tell you how good it is to just be, to exist. Yep. Lots of us. If you know the film I'm talking about, it's Wim Wenders, Before the Fall of the Wall, late 80s. And it's called Wings of Desire in English. Himmel über Berlin in German. And starred Otto Sanders and Bruno Ganz as two angels. Buddy movie, if you will. And yeah, it's just beautiful. as many things are beautiful. Continue on 19th, or should we go on 20th? I don't know. I think I'm going to turn on R for a little bit. Go by the working gas light. Don't be gaslighted, people. Oh, that one's out. That one's burning, and that one's burning. So one at 1902 is out. 1904's is burning. 1906's. What is that? Oh, a couple of PhDs there. Richard C. Frisch and Yvonne D. Cure. And then the McLean Wilson building. And onward. There's the Rodney across the street. And the back of the Blaine Mansion. No, Fraser Mansion, sorry. Which is the home of the National Affairs Office of the Church of Scientology. I don't know how many of you might be Scientologists. I'm not one. I'm a Theosophist, which seems to be much more open to me. And basically explores consciousness, mind, and all things esoteric. Hmm? That's nice of them. Again, picking up a lot of folks coming and going on a Sunday morning still. I think it is. Yes, 11:41. Len and I are going to be leaving shortly, so looking forward to that. I left her getting dressed after a shower. But bug out. Slept in today, which was also nice. Been pretty active in terms of walking. Let's see, should we take 20th or should we take Connecticut? It's more stuff to see on Connecticut, probably. Let's do that. Okay, anybody talking to me? Let's see.
What's this?
You're German. Claps. What's going on? Oh, how are you? Okay. Well, that's interesting. So I would figure that somebody named Schmidt might be German. Ashley, it's good to have you on board. Thank you for amplifying my signal through the noise. That's something everybody can do on Substack that is really helpful to other Substackers, is to try to get our signal amplified. And if you can't be a paid subscriber, then at least consider being a free subscriber. Another thing you can do is to just hit restack. It's really easy. Simple buttons. You direct message me and talk about whether or not you'd like to be on as a guest on the Heroines podcast. I also occasionally, as I did with Ashley one night, just get people to jump on with me while I walk and talk. Lori Cardille is good enough to do that. We talked yesterday on the phone, just one-on-one for quite a while, about 48 minutes before nausea overtook her. Poor dear. She is being treated with multiple myeloma. She is treatable. And I really wish her well. Keeping your strength up is so important. And that's what I'm trying to do, is keep my own strength up, drop some weight, and keep on walking as long as possible. There is a fair amount of pain involved. That happens. That's my friend Hassan at the bus stop. This young man here, this cart, was distributing the Washington Post Express at the top of the metro every morning. And we thought a lot of him and his struggles when the Washington Post ended the Express and ended Hassan's job. He was so kind, always kind to us. So the community, I think, rallied and tried to do something for him. Hopefully he's doing okay. He's alive. So got breath in the body. Probably be worthy of interviewing. I should probably hit him up at some point. Still sitting at the bus stop over there. I'm doing less local stuff, though. I'm doing more people at a distance. And I don't know why. Why not interview people on the street? I did a little bit of interviewing with that guy who's selling cameras. Find out if he'd buy cameras as well as sell them when he picks them up at auction. And then comes out and sells them on the flea market. Okay. Fair enough. Film cameras. It's also got old digital cameras stuff too. CBiz, accounting, tax, advisory, benefits, insurance, and technology. CBiz.com, advertising on the big bus. You can use the tour DC. Car. Yep. In position, more or less. It's going to be hard for Lynn to get in there, so we'll probably bring her down here. Ugh. My poor legs. They don't like to go up the steps more than one at a time. I was never promised a rose garden, but got one anyway, I like to say. Looks like Antonio is home. I've been making a little bit of a racket myself. And let's see if Lynn's ready to get her hair back. So back to the bunker. Rose bush growing up. My neighbors have tied it back again, stringing it along the windows. I like it. My windows are pretty well covered up with vegetation, thorny rose bushes. Got a few herbs growing. Some sorrel, a curry plant down there underneath the hydrangea, sage, and lemon balm are the survivors. It had some time, didn't actually make it back through. And it is what it is. Bit of iron. Some of my rock collection. Yeah, so if you're with us on the passing show, yeah, that's nice too. You can give people hearts. It's lovely. Alexei Saitsev. Stacked within a note. Claps. What's going on? Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah. Gonna end it there. Thanks for joining again.